Up next in the heavyweight title scene, more or less, I guess Christian is talking about the NWA title all month anyway, is the last steps in the Christian-Rhino rivalry. After Christian defeated Rhino in the 8 Mile Street Fight at Bound for Glory, we continue this feud. We go to the Fight for the Right Battle Royal, in which Christian is brawling at Ron Killings. He eye pokes him, low blows him. He's about to get in the ring when Rhino stops him, brawls to the back as their feud continues, and he stops him from getting in the ring and advancing in the Fight for the Right tournament.
There's also a note that like Rhino specifically asked not to be in the tournament because he wanted to focus on murdering Christian dead.
There's a lot of people who didn't want to be in that tournament. BG James didn't want to be in it either.
Yeah, I guess the title isn't worth that much.
They have a match on the next episode of Impact. There's a feature in which they announce, I think it's announced at some point before that it will be at the primetime episode of Impact, the primetime special. It will be a barbed wire steel cage match between Rhino and Christian as they settle their dispute once and for all. But it can't just be a regular barbed wire cage match. There has to be a little bit of goofiness. So on the main event of the November 2nd Impact, it is Christian Cage versus Rhino in a, quote, weapons or escape 4 corners pole match.
It's a very odd dynamic. Mainly because, I mean, what is with Russo? I mean, but this is tired ground. But like, what is with Russo and pole matches?
Immediately as well. The man is back a month and he is like, let me get my pole bullshit in. I just have to get my pole bullshit in.
I wonder what it is about it that he likes. Because I can't think of a gimmick that I think is less important ever than the pole match.
Yeah, like what is it about the like dramatic element of this match that somehow appeals to Vince Russo's brain?
Like legitimately, I think pole match may be the lowest ranking of like regular match types on my list.
Yeah, it's pretty low. Like there are like I don't care for like inferno matches. I think they're dumb.
But I think the gimmick is like wacky enough. Like at least there's fucking fire.
Yeah.
Like this is just like it's stupid. It's fucking ridiculous.
Do you think it's like the combination of it's cheap and you don't have to beat somebody? But he doesn't care about beating people.
I think it's in his head it's like an easy progression of a story that doesn't necessarily involve someone losing. But it's stupid and not good ever.
Yeah, there's maybe like I'm trying to think of what's the best pole match of all time, and I don't think there is one.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been one.
There is one wrestler I would trust to maybe have a good pole match, and that is Darby Allin.
And versus Big Bill.
He would find some freakish way to have a good pole match in the same way he has made the casket match good.
Yes, because he would jump off of the pole.
Any other company, any other feud announces a casket match, I'm like, could you not have done any other stipulation? A casket match for Darby Allin? I'm like, fuck yeah, that rules.
That's a pretty tremendous talent, to be fair.
To turn like a chicken shit into chicken salad?
Yeah, and to be it's just, be a freak athlete, I guess.
Be willing to take any freakish bump to make anything work. So the rules of this weapons or escape 4 corners pole match is there are weapons and escape implements attached to the 4 poles. The match is over when all 4 are taken down, and then whoever gets that item from the pole can then use that item in the barbed wire steel cage match on the primetime special.
That's kind of a fun little twist on it, I guess. Like the idea of you have to kind of earn the weapons you want to use. It's like it's a Hunger Games scenario.
A little bit. You can call it in. If this was 2025 and they were using drones to drop in the weapons,
that'd be kind of sick. All right, we've found a way to make this match cool.
Yeah,
I'm surprised no major company has tried to do like a Fortnite like battle royale gimmick with eliminations that's like takes place all over a building and there's like weapon caches and stuff that they can get.
And they do like make it a tape thing, so you can do some like building gimmicks.
Yeah, that's like that was like primed for a cinematic wrestling match.
Yeah, somehow like somebody just builds a fort and they win.
I think that'd be kind of sick. And think of this Fortnite sponsorship.
Like if DDT did that, you'd be like, fuck yes.
That'd be kind of awesome.
So the 4 items you can get are bolt cutters, so that you can cut the barbed wire at the top of the cage and escape. A key, so that you can open the door and escape. A pair of chairs, so that you can do concertos. And then a straitjacket, because a straitjacket's been used in this feud before. So whoever gets those can ask the referee to bring them into the cage, and then they use them in the match, in the barbed wire steel cage match on 2 weeks from this episode.
Do you think Dave's friends only complained about the referee handing weapons because they didn't watch this match?
Do you think if they watched this match, they would have been more into it?
No, but it at least explains away their problems with it.
Yeah, I don't really have I don't really have like an issue with referees handing it in. Like if it was, as you said, if it was like outside of context, and maybe for them it was outside of context, where it's like
That's what I'm saying. Like they definitely didn't watch this episode beforehand.
they didn't understand that these were weapons that they had earned, and the referee, because you couldn't leave them in the ring at the start, because then the person that didn't earn them could use them. So you had to have requests that be handed in to the person who actually earned it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they still would have liked it, but I think they would have at least understood it. And typical Vince Russo, it's just people parachuting in without context, who don't understand the stories.
The vision.
If only he sat next to the owner every week and explained it to them.
It would work. It would help.
Rhino sends Christian crashing off the top of the floor and then grabs the key. Rhino got the straitjacket during the break. Christian gets the bolt cutters and tries to use them, but Rhino stops them. Rhino sets up a table in the corner. We then have some interference from Frankie Kazarian and Matt Bentley. We'll talk about that when we get to the the Hickenbottom story.
Hickenbottom.
But this interference allows Christian to get 2 chairs to end the match. Rhino gores Christian, tries to put the straitjacket on him. Rhino clearly took way too long getting the straitjacket on, because there's a huge cut and then suddenly Christian is back in the jacket.
It's like, guys, we've had so much practice. At this point, you should have it like put together.
Yeah, there. In fairness, I don't think there's a cut when they try to do it in the cage match. I think they are much more efficient in the cage match, so I think they learned their lesson.
They practiced.
Kazarian and Matt Bentley distract Rhino and get beaten up. But once again, we'll talk about that in a moment. On the November 9th episode of Impact, Christian and Rhino are being interviewed in separate locations to keep them apart before their barbed wire cage match.
I like this bit.
That they can't be trusted to be in the same room.
No, just when like Rhino's like, "I'll kill you," and Christian's still like on the back of the screen, like, "What? Huh? What? What's happening?"
He is utterly confused about how angry the man across the screen from him is.
Yeah, because that like as it gets towards the end of the interview, like Rhino gets geared up and he just leaves the frame. But then they like go back to like Don West and Mike Tenay, and they're just talking. But in the background on the screen is still Christian, and you just see him panicking and looking around because he's like, "Wait, what's happening?"
Oh yeah, because like Rhino's like, "Oh, you don't think I know where you are? I'm coming to get you." And Christian's like, "What do I do?" And
Don and Mike don't even like acknowledge it. It's just Christian in the like background freaking out.
Yeah. So Tenay suggests that the key gives Rhino an advantage. Christian is upset about this because he's faster, stronger, has better penmanship, better skin, and if you want a full list, just ask Rhino's ex-wife. But above all, he has brains. Rhino asks what the bolt cutters are going to do when they're shoved up his ass, which is, you know what, fair. Rhino is going to get revenge next week and make Christian bleed. Rhino's not going to wait, goes looking for Christian, and Christian does look around like, That does take us to the primetime special, November 16th, in which Christian Cage and Rhino face off in a barbed wire cage match. There's a Rhino pre-match promo where he promises to cut Christian in half with a gore. Rhino is one of my favorite promo styles in maybe wrestling history.
Just like an angry dude, bro.
He's just like, I am angry and I'm going to kill you. And that's every promo he ever does, and it rocks.
Also, I think something I only realized recently, how young he is at this point.
He's like 31 or something, yeah.
He's 28.
Is he still in his 20s?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like Rhino to me is perennially like a man in his 40s.
Yeah.
And to like think like that in like 05 he was still in his late 20s is really interesting.
And like it makes sense because he was like super young in ECW, but even to watch him in 05, 06 and be like, that man is a man still in his 20s.
It's kind of remarkable, to be honest.
Rhino in this match is 5 years younger than I am. Oh.
And but looks 10 years older than you.
Yeah, it's crazy. So this is an Escape the Cage rules, which I am more accepting of given there is barbed wire at the top of the cage.
Yeah. Well, again, if you have to like drag yourself through I'm also fine with Escape the Cage rules if it isn't through the door. Like, if there's barbed wire on the top and you can't go through the door, or if you put barbed wire across the door and you have to go through.
That would be cool.
I just, like, I want escape not to be the default.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, it has to be a difficult endeavor. I mean, like, I don't really like escape rules in cages. They do kind of ruin them for me normally. But, like, I don't know. I understand it if there's like significant physical pain that one must traverse.
Yeah, and at least like because in this you can use the cage key to escape, but the babyface has it and does not use it. So
Yeah, and also you had to earn it.
yes, he did earn it in his weapons on a pole match.
What a sentence.
They have to request the keys, chair, bolt cutters, or straight jacket from the referee during the match, but only the ones who won them in the match a couple of weeks ago can request them. TNA does not do his climbing contest rant here. I wonder why.
Because it is one.
Yeah, his old AMW Triple X. This isn't a climbing contest. This is a wrestling match rant, and now it's a climbing contest.
Thanks, Vince Russo.
Rhino gets the key, taunts Christian with it, and then throws it out. The key is helpfully labeled Cage Key in all caps, in case you were wondering what key it was.
In case they misplaced it.
We come back from break. Christian is bleeding. He's bleeding a lot. This is maybe the most I've ever seen Christian bleed in a match.
Has he done any big blade jobs in AEW?
Because that was what I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't think of Christian as a big bleeder. Not that he never does it, but it's certainly not common.
It probably doesn't help that he spent a majority of his career in WWE where they weren't bleeding. But like, he didn't bleed in the Derby match, which would be like the one that I would sort of imagine.
Yeah.
He didn't bleed in the Buried Alive match.
And like, credit to him, if there's any match in TNA so far where he should bleed buckets, it is a barbed wire cage match blow off against his bitter ex-best friend rival.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He did pick his spot. Christian's trying to cut the barbed wire with the bolt cutters. Christian hits a big frog splash. Rhino drags Christian's blood across the barbed wire and then hits a big backdrop. Rhino gets the straitjacket, but Christian cuts him off. Christian hits a top rope on Prettier. Christian ties Rhino to the ropes in a straitjacket. He starts to climb, but then decides to get the chairs instead because Rhino's incapacitated. He goes to hit Rhino, but Rhino low blows him. He gets loose, makes a comeback. Rhino tries to concerto Christian, but Christian moves. Rhino TKOs Christian onto an upright chair, which is always the worst bump in the world.
Yet also the coolest.
Yeah. Then Rhino goes to gore Christian, but Christian is standing between the ropes and the cage door. He hits the gore. Christian goes through the cage door. The cage door flies off its hinges, which is a great looking spot. Christian hits the floor. He is gored through the door to the floor, but he does win because he has escaped the cage.
A real Abyss winning the NWA title moment.
Yeah, at least this one, I think, more fits Christian's character than like the monster Abyss winning like a chicken shit bitch.
Yeah. If Christian won the title in that exact same way.
Yeah, that would be tremendous. If Christian was lying on the floor bleeding, suddenly NWA champion, that would work.
Yeah, that would actually deliver.
Whereas Abyss, like the big 6'8" monster, won it that way. You're like, what? No.
Yeah.
Really good match, really bloody, really violent. Crowd are super duper into it. I think it's the best match they've had so far. It's better than their Bound for Glory match. The stipulation could be a little goofy for you, but I think they play it very straight, pardon the pun, because there's a straight jacket. But yeah, I think one of the better matches in the history of the Impact television show. I think maybe only behind Joe and Daniels.
I think we both went 4 on it.
Yeah, 4-star match.
Yeah, it's really good.
So this is, more or less, Genesis would be the 1 year point at which Christian has been in TNA. How do you feel about Christian's first year in TNA?
I think he's a welcomed addition, if not like a total game changer. Probably has had a little bit of it stolen out from under him with Kurt and with Sting coming in. But like overall, like it's been fine, if not like super impressive.
Yeah, because like the babyface run, he had some good matches, but he was just trying to be like the Rock style babyface too much, and that's especially watching it in hindsight.
It's just ass. It's just not a good gimmick by any standards anymore.
And you're a famous Rock hater, I learned recently.
I mean, he was never my guy. I don't really enjoy him.
So a guy kind of doing a Rock knockoff is your personal nightmare.
Yeah, like I mean, I think it's just corny, and like. I think it's dorky, and if you don't have the charisma of The Rock, like, why are you even trying?
It's also, I think, so every time somebody does it, firmly rooted in its individual time period. Mm-hmm. Like, if you watch The Rock do a 1999 promo, you're like, that's a man doing a 99 pro. And same with Christian. It's like, you look like a man in 2006 that's starting to be cool in 2006.
MJF in 2023 or 2024 when he was a babyface.
Yeah, you're going to look back at that and be like, that is so, like, weirdly of its time. So that I think it just ages terribly. Not that it was great in the first place, but it ages even worse.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. I think, and also, Christian historically better heel. So I think I think it's like it's not a bad run, but like I'm kind of more excited for what's to come as he is firmly just like a heel now.
He has been substantially better since September or August when he turned on Sting. Like substantially, like it's night and day. He is like, not that he was a bad part of the show, but he is a much better part of the show now. I'm actively excited if Christian comes out for something, where I was like, oh, let's see what this Christian thing is before he turned heel.